What is going on? It's Rob, aka FlightSimToday, and today I'm bringing you 20 hints, tips, or hacks for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's go! Now before we get into the meat and potatoes of the video, please do remember to hit that subscribe button and like. It really does mean a lot. And also check out the Flight Sim Network Discord server where we answer all your questions related to Flight Simulator and flying. We've got real world pilots, real world air traffic controllers and VATSIM supervisors. No question is stupid. Jump in, ask away. You may also find we're running giveaways and sometimes you may even get a chance to review products that are not yet released. But other than that, let's go.
Should you need any links for anything mentioned in this video, they can be found in the description below. But in no particular order, here's the first one, Litte Navmap, which essentially is a free open source flight planner, flight tracker, moving map, you name it, it does everything. It even has a possibility to update it with Navigraph should you have the subscription. At your fingertips within your flight simulator, you can see multiplayer traffic, your moving aircraft, all the ILS frequencies, anything at all that you may need, including landing runways. Really nice. Now this tip is a great space saver if you've only got a small hard drive for your flight simulator on, but a bigger hard drive for your scenery. How do you link with your community folder? Well, simply we use symbolic links, but they can be a right nightmare to set up if you don't know how. So by using this little tool called Link Shell Extension, it becomes super easy. Let me show you. Okay, so essentially here we're on my D drive, which is my bigger terabyte hard drive where I store my scenery. And we're going to basically we need to link this scenery to my community. With the Link Shell extension installed, we can then have the scenery on our main hard drive, right click and then pick link source. And once we're in our community folder for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is our C drive, the smaller C drive, we right click and we go drop as symbolic link. And there we go, right there, space saver. Next. Although so will have said that they're going to bring in a new update that allows you to turn off the press any key part of the loading screen, it's not yet available. Ambitious pilots have created a little application that will do this for you. So essentially you can click it, go off and do what you need to do, such as be in the toilet. And then when you come back, the menu should be loaded. Cool. There's nothing worse than when you hover your mouse over a switch or a dial and you lose that immersiveness when the cockpit tooltips pop up, and Futureproof has created a mod that removes this. Essentially, for those that don't know, whenever you hover your mouse over here right now, you no doubt would show some information of some kind, but now with the mod in place, it's removed. Much better. Going hand in hand with the previous tip, we can also now remove the toolbar that we see when we move our mouse around, and it comes up again, ruining immersion. So this mod simply does this from Chaosphere. Let me show you. So essentially, whenever you normally move your mouse, you have that white menu bar that comes across the top of the screen. Right now, I don't have it, no matter how many times I move my mouse. However, when I hover over it, you'll see it does appear. Much better. And this is one that I truly do love, but the Grand Tour Flight Planner by J Shell. Apologies if I murdered your name, but essentially he's created a really decent little program. Now the Grand Tour Flight Planner has many different options. It will create tours based around the country of choice, so you can tour the country or tour the capital city, you can tour the state, whatever you want to do in America, or you can literally tour the wonder. And when you click on, say, Angel Falls Wonder Trip, it will basically find the closest airport and take you there. What more could you want? Using Google Maps to take you anywhere you want in the world within Microsoft Flight Simulator. Simply go to Google Maps, find the place you want to go, in this case, Old Trafford, right click, click on the actual coordinates, head back into the sim, and you want to then paste those coordinates into the search, click the custom, set as departure. You'll then be airborne 1,500 feet in this case above Old Trafford, Manchester United's home football ground. So you want to find animals within the sim. Well, how do you do that quickly? Simply go to the search bar, type fauna. This will list all the animals available in this sim. You simply click the one you want to go to, set as departure, and there you go. You'll spawn right near, in this example, the elephants. Okay, so to make it a bit easier in finding these animals, for example, the elephants, what you want to do is go into your options to assistance and actually turn on the fauna markers on the navigation aids to on, and that will pinpoint them while you're in the sim exactly where they are, making it much easier to find them. Now, I don't know about you, but having this HUD on, taking any kind of screenshots or video looks really poor. Quite frankly, it's really annoying. So how do we turn it off? Well, simple. We head over to our General in Options. From General, you're going to head to Camera, scroll down to the bottom. On the Chase Camera, Instrument Heads-Up Display HUD, turn it off, apply and save. And, well, simply, that's it. It's gone. Next. So, let's be honest, sometimes your whole Microsoft Flight Simulator world can look pretty barren. So let's bring it to life. Simply go to General, Traffic, you've got Airport Life. You can change these to have the vehicle density, ground aircraft density, worker density, as well as land and sea traffic. And you can change these sliders to bring more road vehicles in, for example, or more boats. If you have poor internet connection or no internet connection at all, you can actually change the cache within Flight Simulator. If you go to General, Data, you have the rolling cache, turn it on, increase this. Let's say, for example, I wanted to go from 10 to 20 gigabytes. You can increase that, apply and save, and that will update the rolling cache. What this will essentially do for you is it will actually download that area that you are flying in, allowing you to not have to load it in every time with your internet. You can also, if you want to fly offline, manual cache, and you can pick a certain area and that will download that area so you can fly offline. Now, one thing you can do to bring your flight map more to life is use the filters. So we're down to open filters, and from here you can change how the map looks from satellite to IFR to a blend of all together. You can have the clouds in there, you can have rain in there, you can have it off altogether. And again, the same with the wind effect, there's many different filters you can turn on and off that suits your own preference. So we can use a search bar to find landmarks that we might want to visit. So for example, we go to the search bar, we can type Tower of London. It's coming up already. We can select it. It's going to take us straight to the Tower of London. We can see it there. Easy, right? You can easily change how difficult the sim is for you by simply going to Options, Assistance, and then from here you can change either the overall difficulty, or you can manually change individual ones from in here just by simply going through and changing what suits you best within your simulator. So did you know you can actually change the look of your pilots and how your pilots are viewed within the flight sim? Simply go to General, Miscellaneous, and under Pilot Avatar Settings, you can change them from in here to the one that you want. Simple and super easy. So you can easily change how ATC call you and your call sign within the flight simulator. When you're setting up your flight and you're selecting your aircraft, go down to ATC options, and then you can type it in here and ATC will say it.
Liverpool Tower Flight Sim Today 1 Foxtrot Lima India Golf Hotel Tango minus at runway 27 ready for takeoff straight out departure. Flight Sim Today.
Okay, this one's all about sim rate, and mainly this one's for you, Harry, who has mentioned about this umpteen times asking me how you do it. So sim rate's essentially that moment where you can speed your flight along within the sim. First of all, what I want to do is go into controls, keyboard, and then have the filter set to all and type in here sim, so it brings this up. Now for me, I decrease my sim rate with R+1 and increase it with R+2. Essentially, it looks like this. Flying along, I'm going to go R +2, and you'll see the sim rate speed along, and R +1 will slow it down. One thing to try and keep in mind, remember what you return to. If you can find the clock, make sure that it's ticking down in seconds so you know you're back to normal sim speed. Super fast, what up? So this one amazes me, but not many people actually understand or even know about drone camera and how they can fly around the airport or fly around in the air. Now, if you have a PlayStation controller or an Xbox controller, simply plug it in and you should then be able to use the drone camera within your controller. But if you don't have one of them and you want to use a keyboard, simply go to Controls in the keyboard, assign or filter all, search for drone, and then you want to then map the keys for going forwards, backwards with the drone left and right, and also map the drone to pitch around and things like that. But map the buttons. Once you have them mapped, go to your camera, showcase camera drone. You can speed the drone up from here if you wish. Essentially then, we can fly around the airport to our heart's content. Now, one that not a lot of people know about either is the ability to actually pop out the glass panels within every flight deck. If you have a secondary monitor, you can then move the panels onto that monitor. So here we see these two displays. What you have to do is click on the right Alt button, and you'll see the magnifying glass come up, and then click on there, and there we go. And you can do the same with this one, have them joint, and then you can move them around wherever you want, make them bigger, completely up to you. But it's super simple. And quite frankly, last but no means least, and kind of a bit obvious, but get yourself some kind of flight controls, rudder pedals, joystick, yoke, throttle quadrant, whatever it be. Get them. Stop using that keyboard and mouse, because by doing so, will make your flight more enjoyable and a hell of a lot easier. Other than that, thank you very much.